Barnstable Today for Wednesday, April 15th. Welcome aboard. I'm Mark Mumford. And please keep in mind that the meetings we cover are available on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
The Charter Commission reaches a milestone. That's our top story. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kevin Friel.
After nearly 18 months, the Charter Commission finished tweaking the document at their town hall meeting last night.
Included in last night's changes was a vote to drop the town council president's transitional period salary from $36,000 to $25,000.
Now the charter is in the hands of the consultants who will produce a final document before the Charter Commission reconvenes in 2 weeks.
We've been doing this for 18 months? Okay. 28th, we're meeting. Okay, 2 weeks from tonight. You are going to have the document to us with the transition language at least on the 20th of April. Right. You have a week to study it. In the intervening 2 weeks, you three will come up with the preliminary language. Unless there is some typo errors on the document, we'll vote on the 28th on the document, and then wordsmith your rough draft. Lucian.
Is it possible for us to get a copy of it before the 28th? All right, if you email us a copy.
We're going to suggest to them that they might do that.
No, maybe.
Okay, I think perhaps a motion to adjourn is in order.
Greg,
Maybe not.
I just kept reading for try to answer Greg's question about the ballot question. Reading further on, Greg, so it's section 11. Upon submission of the final report of a charter commission under section 9, the city council or board of selectmen shall order the proposed charter or charter revision to be submitted to the voters of the city or town for their approval at the first regular election. It does not address who authors the language, and I don't want to assume anything, but my assumption is that it is authored by the council, probably working with the town clerk. It does give you sample language in here. So that's the best I can do. But here, take...
Mike, Greg. Do you recall, Lucian, what took place in 2000? I certainly don't remember it coming before us.
I can tell you what how the ballot question would read. Shall this city approve charter revisions recommended by the Charter Commission? Because this is not a new charter, so we're doing a revision. And it's a simple yes or no.
Yep. Okay.
I move we adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn. Any objection? Seeing none. See you in 2 weeks.
The Charter Commission meetings can be revisited on demand at the town's website, town.barnstable.ma.us.
Meanwhile, the town council is facing a packed agenda tomorrow evening, and we checked in with Assistant Town Manager Tom Lynch for a preview.
Thanks for joining us again on Barnstable Today. We're here to discuss the upcoming Town Council agenda. There are a couple new items, some old items. A large piece of this meeting is about the capital improvement project. So, Tom, why don't we start with the old business, and why don't we go from there?
Okay. Under old business, we've got to complete work on whether or not the council is willing to waive fees for certain water tower projects that are coming online. Cotulla, Centerville, Osterville, Marston's Mills, and Hyannis all have water tower projects, and there's an ordinance before them to look at that. So that'll probably generate some lively discussion among the councilors. And then there's a series of ordinances that all relate to the Hyannis Water Supply Company. The water board will be there. They'll be making a presentation. And much of what they're doing is there's several studies, and they want to get those done so they can have shovel-ready projects to be able to apply for a state revolving fund money or to use their own money to upgrade the water main system.
Tom, the capital improvement projects are all before the town council this evening. Why don't you just start?
Again, we're going to see sewer projects. We're going to see dredging projects. We're going to see roads projects, and I think that probably a couple of the more interesting ones is that there'll be an appropriation for $3.2 million for the roads program, and the council has embarked on that effort to try to clean up our roads. It's been a very difficult winter, as you know, with potholes and around, and we have several road projects scheduled. So we're hopeful that that will pass, so that good work can continue. Then there's also a couple of projects, one that's dredging out in Katuitt, and that's dependent on matching monies. There's $200,000 there, but there's a lot of matching monies and federal monies that kick in there for that dredging project. And then also for Stewart's Creek, there's some long-planned sewerage work, and that is also going to generate additional monies for the in terms of grants and federal dollars. The other issue that's on there that I think is interesting is the $750,000 for any emergency repairs out to the Barnstable bulkhead. As you know, about a little over a year ago, we had a breach out there, and at the time we had been surveying the property, and there's severe deterioration out there, and this $750,000 would be used to in cases of emergency. We have a lot of efforts going out there. We have citizen groups as well as our own internal work that we're doing to try to bring dollars in to get the 4.8 million we need to fix that bulkhead in its entirety. But in the event it doesn't happen, we're looking for some stopgap monies, and that'll do this. I think people should know that this year we've had very little discretion in terms of the amount of capital outlay, or capital, trust fund money that we've been able to use. You have a certain amount, about $5 million, that all comes from enterprise funds. So those are funds where the users are paying for it. Their fees have already built up the monies, and they're spending those monies for their capital projects. Then you have, the roads that are out there. Then you have about $1 million in school and municipal building repairs, so the schools will be there also on Thursday night. And then you have a small amount, and some would million plus dollars might not be small, but you have that covers Stewart's Creek and the dredging, and then Barnstable Harbor. So those are the only three projects that are going to be funded with any sort of additional debt.
Tom, as the agenda comes to a close, there are some new business items that the town council is looking at. There are three from the CPC, and there's one that involves the zoning ordinance again. Could you touch on those a little bit?
We may find that we don't get all the way to new business, other than to perhaps refer them to, the next May meeting. This capital outlay, capital improvement plan agenda may take the council a couple of meetings, but there is an amendment to the submerged lot issues, and then there are several conservation restrictions that have been put forth. So those will come in before we actually begin our budget discussions, hopefully.
Tomorrow evening's Town Council session will begin at 7 o'clock.
Meanwhile, plenty of action on the town calendar tonight with the ZBA in the hearing room at 7. And also at 7, it's the Hyannis Main Street Historic District Committee gathering in the Selectmen's Conference Room.
Then capping things off at 7:30, the Shellfish Committee will be meeting in the MEA Conference Room off Finney's Lane.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Kevin Friel.
We'll meet you right back here tomorrow. I'm Mark Mumford.